Hello, my name is Mario Frabizzio. I've now been spinning poi for 10 years. For those who don't know me, I received a traumatic brain injury in August 17th, 2017, which rendered me unable to walk or talk. Well, walk mostly. My balance is poor. My vision's even poorer. But I see triple of everything, so it's kind of fun when you look at lights, I guess. Kind of seizure-ish, but besides the point. I am starting to track my progression. This is the first day I've touched poi in 2 years since I got my head injury. I feel my balance is finally good enough that I can not make myself look like an idiot. And also, you know, I've always found poi to be the best relaxer and some of the best physical therapy that I know. So we're going to give this a try. I'm going to try and do a weekly poi progression from someone who has a massive traumatic brain injury to their cerebellum. And, well, we'll see how the progression goes. Keep in mind, I have not touched these for more than probably about 10 seconds without smacking myself in the head, which would have given me another concussion. So, Chris Kelly, thank you for the poi. And, well, let's see how this goes. And by the way, I'm not doing any set routine. I'm mostly working on establishing my center of gravity, plus spatial coordination, as mine is atrocious after my injury, and that's what I feel I need to work on, and it might help me, so that if I'm keeping it simple and a little boring, very, very sorry. I've been thinking about some cool stuff, which I'll get into later, but it's just me warming up first, and you know, getting used to the weight and all the laws of physics again. And I'm going to take a lot of this, mostly from a tech voice perspective, since, you know, I have no one or a tripod to move the poi and the camera around, so it sucks for right now, but when my fiance is awake, I'll probably make it now. work on a little balance. See if we can get a little clean. I mean, trust me, this will probably take hundreds of hours for me to perfect it. It honestly feels like I've never spun poi before, but all the thoughts I can still convey. So I've never stopped actually thinking about ways to approach poi. And after looking back at some of Drex's videos and trig talks, it got me started to think. I know lots of people do view it from a math and science perspective, mostly physics though, which is where I looked at Lork's physics page. Nice job, Lork and Drex, thank you. That helped me learn a lot. Hell yeah. For just being able to explain it mathematically and help me learn some trigonometry and even more so physics. But my fiance is a biotechnologist slash biochemist slash biologist slash chemist, whatever you want to say. And she noticed, of course, she brought it down to the explanation of how we could view us as the nucleus of an atom. I said, some people already think that way, of course. She's like, well, that's a good thing, because I think looking at it from multiple perspectives is cool. By the way, she does not spin poi. She's barely even seen me spin poi since we got together, and because my injury was very shortly after. But she started talking to me more, because I mean, we all view it in some way, I would imagine, if you're doing 3D on maybe even like a larger scale is easier to represent than the atom, because the mathematics of quantum physics breaks down a little bit apart from large scale like planetary movements. So when we think about poi from an atom, and extreme, the thing that intrigued me was valence electron magnetic resonance fields, and how they can bend. The science behind it, I would have to go reread completely, but the graphical shapes that she was showing me, how electrons can move now based on that law, or well, not even a law. I guess it's still theory. I don't know. Lorentz effect went out the window. That's what I learned in high school. So, what the hell do I know about chemistry anymore? But the shapes are cool because when you look at it from 3D and you see the rotation of the electron and how it can bend into more of a, well, just, I guess it's actually kind of connecting, now that I think about it, like actually kind of connecting large-scale planetary orbits with electrons, because since magnetic resonance fields can change, then, or not change, rather, don't bust me too much on the specifics, because I'm not a chemist, or by any means, or a chemistry major. Barely studied it, so my head's so filled with that information now after looking at this that I want to explain it to you, but I'll have to come back and study it more. But of course, viewing how toroidal magnetic fields work on planets, we can kind of almost view ourselves as our head is and feet are the two poles, and when the fields bend in and around in the donut shape around the planet, I view myself as the middle, or the two poles, rather. Like, obviously the line going through it, and I represent that as me, or you, or whoever is spinning voice. If you're talking from a tech voice perspective, completely. And yeah, I always viewed it as kind of like Charlie's 9 square theory, but gridded out with infinite amounts of lines and basically a grid before, whereas now I don't know if I quite, it's a great theory and it works for many things, and tech boy, of course, and with a huge building block, so thank you, Charlie, for that as well. But when you're getting into toroidal patterns, you kind of have to start viewing things just a little bit differently, in my opinion, because while the 9 square works in that implementation, I feel it doesn't give a good enough explanation for how toroids can work and can possibly limit the amount of shapes that we can create. Blork, if you ever see this, I watch your toroidal videos and they blow my mind. And I thank you very much for the explanations and all the work you've put in, of course, because I'm really into toroids. But, you know, I'm not just a tech spinner usually, so it's always been hard for me to stay up with the latest tech, I guess you can say. But eventually I'll get it after massive amounts of repetition, and usually a breakthrough happens when I learn from someone or get really in depth with them while playing at the point, or obviously, you know, some brain juice. But it's not appropriate for here. Let's try that again. Oh, well, yeah, that's so bad. That good. Yeah. That's right. I remember trying to do this before I got hurt. You have to really flick it when you're doing the pendulum on the bottom side. I forgot about that. Or else it's going to go flying that way. So, let's see if I can get it. Nah. Break it down. Let's get the plan right. It needs a lot of work. Hey, let's see if I can use the end as timer. No. Probably can't do all variations just yet, but see if I can still do 8 setbacks. With the split time opposite orientation. Hold on. I'm going to pay this up and get it. That was what I was worried about the first 2 years. Because while it doesn't give me a concussion now, the first 2 years or so of my recovery, a tap or hitting my head with one of these, I get a concussion. And now, even if I play slap shots, I get a concussion. So, also, those people playing slap shots, be careful. They all create micro concussions. And those build up over time. That's what creates CTE. Look it up if you don't know what it is. Sorry if I'm trying anything new that I absolutely cannot do. Still trying to learn fishtails, but probably not the best thing to start off trying, right? That's right, I ain't shortening my boyfriend there, by the way. Second. If I need to bring it in clips, yeah. Long play for life, yeah. Ah, I almost pulled that off. See, yeah, I mean, they're starting to already become less foreign, even after, like, 14 or 15 minutes. But it's obvious my muscle memory is not completely up to all of my movements. Ah, bee. So I'm afraid of bees. Okay. Sorry about that. Might just practice isolations all day. Those are pretty good for muscle memory, I find. It's a pretty good workout. Now, I want to get into that gunslinger stuff. I just haven't practiced it yet. Because it's practically coming up. Which, thank you, John Alvarez. I know you don't know who I am, but I love it. I love the gunslinger stuff. So, what I saw was people contacting me at near the top. And never had anyone teach me gunslinger stuff, so I'm more confused on how to go with it. And it has to be on the internet. The contact point has to be right here. Alright, that might take me a while to actually learn, so that I won't keep pressing on the videos. This is just me tracking progress on if boy actually can help aid in my recovery, because some background about my treatment. I got only 12 sessions of physical therapy, which only lasted a month maybe. Then I had about 14 sessions of eye therapy, which never got to be completed due to insurance, but not going to go too deep into that. So my eyes have a thing called near convergence and far divergence. These are the type of prism glasses to help me pull images in as I see the triple of everything usually, but these help me pull it back into one, but my vision's gotten so bad now that they even split while wearing these. And also the tint, the blue tint, they help a lot with reading on computer screens and stuff like that. That's what I really needed at the time, because my vision wasn't super duper bad at that point, and I had to read spreadsheets, and I still do, but it's easy when things aren't moving. When things are moving, it's a little bit harder to pull the images together. It's weird. So yeah, near convergence, far divergence, combo from hitting the back of my cerebellum, and that was equivalent impact of 60 miles per hour on the back of my head by a very heavy load. How it happened I will not disclose in this video. Just people that know, they know. If you have questions, always ask me. But there's just some things I won't release. Yeah, I'm sorry. I wanted to go like this. Yeah. Almost like a horizontal flow. That. Thinking about it, doing a contact. I thought that would be pretty important. And yeah, we've been going for 36 minutes. Actually, pretty winded, and yeah, so as I thought. Of course, it's great. Physical therapy, it feels like. Gets the brain moving again, and center of gravity feels a little bit stronger for the moment being. And I'm going to continue this series. I'm just going to call it I don't know yet. Maybe it was point progression, week 1, or something. Point progression after traumatic brain injury. Week 1, I don't know what you want to call it. I'll figure something out, but it's basically, like I said, this whole video. And thanks to all my spinner friends who have encouraged me to continue on spinning. I'm sorry I didn't get back and start sooner. I hope you understand why. Not only have I been busy with my wedding coming up, but you know, life has thrown many curveballs. But staying strong. I have a great fiance who made me and said she will not let me ever stop this. So if she's not up today, say hello, but you know, I wanted to get out in the sun and see if I really want to see if this is a good way for people with traumatic brain injury to, first of all, not being able to really walk for a year will mess you up. I mean, I laid in bed for the first 6 months, other than my physical therapy and doctor's appointments, simply because I couldn't see very well, couldn't talk very well, or obviously walk. Like the walking straight line test that they give you when you're drunk, I would have failed for a year and a half, maybe even 2 years. I'm quite sure I still might not be able to do it, but like that's where I'm at. I think I'm able to walk heel to heel in a straight line, which is how they start you off. But I mean, I feel at this point it's a lot of spatial recognition, and also my muscle memory is faded, and in a small way. And basically, obviously, anyone who would be going to physical therapy and not be using these, because you can't hit yourself in the head, no way. But maybe like sock boy with sand or rice would be a fine alternative. So I like to incorporate some frozen contact just because I still want to practice. But that is the whole goal of this, is to see progression, or possible progression, through the weeks. Maybe make 1 video a week. I mean, I'll probably skip a week on my wedding on making a progression video, which is coming up very soon, June 23rd. And, you know, since I will see by the end of this how good this is for near divergence, far convergence, and that is due to finding a direct correlation between physical therapy and the recovery time of a brain injury to the cerebellum, especially the cerebellum, but I'm sure they do it for all head injuries. If you want to talk more about my diagnosis or head injuries or any sort of recoveries, or even possible side effects you may think could happen from a previous head injury. I mean, I feel like a walking encyclopedia on head injuries at this point. I go to Mac Alliance, which is who started the whole study for football players and concussions and CTE, and I go to the doctor who founded that alliance for concussion, mostly traumatic brain injuries, and even simple concussions. If you did not know now, they have a blood test for people, and they can tell how bad your concussion is with the blood test. I know I still have concussed effects going on, because they do a test where you bounce your eyes, but you're not going to be able to see with the camera because the lighting, it's very slight, but you look back and forth with your eyes between the 2 points, up and down and sideways. When I go a vertical up and down, they're still seeing saccades on my down. When I look back down, a saccade is a small wiggle in your eye, which is indicative of a concussion or a neurological disorder, which is the only reason why I really still have it. And I'm still recovering almost 3 years later now. Although he said this could last a lifetime, or it could last 10 years. But who knows? He's never seen someone like me other than a professional athlete who's had so many concussions. And micro concussions especially, which is hard for them to tell how many, but they estimate I range into about 100 concussions over micro concussions, possibly tens of thousands of micro concussions. And I have 3 large traumatic brain injuries starting from 2000, New Year's 2000, when my brother powerbombed me by accident. He didn't mean to drop me, but his back went out on him, and I crashed the back of my head on the cement floor, and couldn't lift myself back up. So I definitely knew that was a concussion. I was messed up, but I was only like 11. 12. So yeah. So 12, and then in 2007, I was playing an ice hockey game, and I was about to check this guy and hip check him in the thigh, because he was like 6'4", and it's a good way for a little guy to take guys out with that. And he read it and just popped me under the chin with his elbow really fast, and it rattled my brain so fast that the back of my head made me lose all sight, and then it quickly rebounded forward and slapped the front of my brain, and then as I fell backwards and fell flat on the back of my head again, creating another impact on the back of my brain. And that one I was knocked out for about 45 minutes. And, apparently I was screaming and crying. I don't really remember any of that. Screaming mostly. But I was completely knocked out. Otherwise, when they brought the thing, crab, what we would call poppers, I guess you would say, or not we, but people would call poppers, to wake me up. I mean, I was in bed for 3 days, and I did recover quite quickly from that, I think, or so I thought. Did not know how bad frontal impacts can affect sleep. It seems much more prevalent in a front temporal lobe impact that you will get insomnia, whereas in the back, obviously, is more control of more primitive functions, such as, obviously breathing, automatic functioning, I guess I should say, and, well, that, thank God that was not an issue. It did create quite a few problems. I never believed in ADD before, and I got it from my head injury. I was pretty flabbergasted when I figured that, when I found that out, because I didn't think it was real. But man, whoever has ADD out there, man, it sucks. And any tips you want to give me on learning how to live with it would be great, because even after 2 years, I'm struggling with ADD. And they said it's very severe ADD / ADHD. I think it's more just ADD. I get used to it, and always fight on it. But also the center of balance affects my ears, and thus affecting my balance, my eyes, obviously, because that's, if you don't know, they cross and can be impacted by the back of the brain. And then the other biggest issue would be just, I would say, well, I have to learn things in a new way now. My memory is, it's atrocious. Yeah, I didn't remember the Game of Thrones right after I had it happen. And I just read every Game of Thrones book, so yeah. It does weird things to your brain. And the insomnia part, I never understood that one thing, well, I'll call it what it is, a TBI to the frontal lobe can create up to 10 years of insomnia. Though mine did not last that long. I do attribute it at this point to a possibility of some of my issues that I had going on. I'm sorry for boring you with all the talk. I just feel like awareness about traumatic brain injury should be brought up certainly because, I mean, most of us are getting to an age now where we're either going to have children soon, or we already do have children. I mean, you might not want children, so in that case, whatever, but for yourself, you wouldn't want to know how the brain can be affected, because they're finding out new things every day. So I do suggest this, though, just in case you ever get one. I never had a baseline for the test that they created called an impact test, and what that will do is getting that baseline, it will give you your baseline score on when you're normal. So if you ever do get a traumatic brain injury or a concussion or even just the smallest concussion, by taking the test over a few weeks, they can determine exactly where and how bad your brain injury actually is, and how it's affecting your verbal, your spatial recognition, your speed, or what they call it, interaction time, and many other things. And just cognitive functioning in general, mathematics, very interesting stuff. It's called MAC Alliance. She's doing all the research, and don't let them put you on the hard medicines unless it's really bad, unless you're gonna have seizures and stuff, of course. But I will give you one word of advice. If you ever get a traumatic brain injury and they give you gabapentin, don't take that stuff for too long. It is not mentally addictive, but it is hard to get off of. Felt like all my organs were moving in my body and stuff. It was weird and kind of painful, but you know, screw that shit. Bye. Hope you guys learned a little bit about something, and I hope to see everybody soon. I'm planning on coming to Transformance. I'm thinking it really depends what me and Kate want to do after our wedding. So hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Keep spinning things. Never stop. Have a good day.